What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for checking out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, you hit the notify button, where we're always dropping new Toyota Tacoma content. All right, guys, let's just jump into it. So we got an off-road here. This is a nice one. You got the Predator steps on here. They got a big old screen in there. They got one of those 14-inch screens. You can see it right there, but let's jump into a price for you guys. So it's going to be $47,000 for this truck. $47,100. Here's your options. As I mentioned, you're going to get the heated front seats. You're going to get the 14-inch touchscreen. You're going to get mud guards and spray and bed liner and Predator steps. All for a whopping $47,000. And the truck retail for $42,000. So $42,900. So let's just say $43,000. So yeah, you paid over $4,000 with these other accessories. $4,000, and it's a big no for me for that price, because the Predator steps I think are cool if they come on your truck and you can't take them off. But I would not buy them. I would not buy them if I was just going to be adding them to my truck, because for $700, if you put a couple more $100 with that, you could get you some nice sliders, I believe. You know, even sliders are expensive, but I'd be willing to pay like $1,000 because I really ain't going to be doing that much rock sliding, let's be honest, right? I like the way they look, and I do like the protection that they do provide. And if I do go off-roading, they're going to protect my truck, you know? So I definitely like the way they look. And some of the sliders can actually, you can actually use them for, like, you know, for bed steps, or not bed steps, but running boards or whatever, or Predator steps, whatever you want to call them. But no, $47,000 for this truck is just insane, guys. So I know we've been talking about the price now a lot on these trucks because it's just outrageous. I like these trucks a lot, but do not pay MSRP for this truck. Do not pay MSRP. So we're at Damien Lillard Toyota, you guys. So holler at these guys out here in McMinnville. They are awesome people. Holler at Brian. He's one of the sales managers here. A really, really nice guy. Holler at, I can't even think. When I think of my guy's name, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, that's not why you're here. So yeah, so $47,000, guys. And you're not going to get, we're going to do the you're not going to get part. This is the you're not going to get part. So you're not going to get integrated turn signals, okay? You're not going to get a power sliding window. Now, you don't need to open up no window. You got air conditioning. So you are going to get a bed liner for whatever reason. You're going to get a bed liner here. I forgot what the heck they call these things, because I don't really think you need it because it's a composite bed. But that Tacoma right there is really, really nice. But you get Tacoma up here as well. And you get it right there in the back too. So just in case you forget what kind of truck you're looking at. And here's another little badging right here with the black overlay. So yeah, no power seats on this one. No sliding rear window. And no integrated turn signals there, okay? But you are going to get the blind spot monitor, and you are going to get Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, so that's really cool. But it's just not a lot for this. So, you know, I said, you know, you need at least $5,000 off. So let's just run my theory here. So if you took $5,000 off of this truck, I mean, you're still looking at $42,000. You're still looking at $42,000 for a 4x4. Now you are going to get you're going to get a rear locker on this truck, so that's great for off-road work, you know, off-road work, whatever that means, but that's great for off-road use. And then you're going to get crawl control, so if you get in a sticky situation, you can get right out of it. The truck will just drive itself out of it. Crawl control is basically like an off-road cruise control, where all you have to do is steer, and it'll apply the brakes and gas for you as you're going up or down a hill, or trying to get stuck out of some mud or sand. So that is good. You get the big screen, which I really like. Heated seats should have been standard. Got a little Ford. He ain't bored in his Ford, but he might be. Anyway, so yeah, this is a good looking truck. I like them a lot. It's a 4-cylinder. It's not the V6, but it does have a cool little turbo whine to it. It almost sounds like a diesel. And this is a nice color right here. The black and the silver looks good. Okay. Celestial silver. See how terrible that sounds? Celestial silver. Because it's not celestial. It's celestial silver. All right, enough of the grammar lesson. So yeah, guys, let's look at some wheels. I do like the wheels. on this truck. I do like the BF Goodrich tires. They're not the KO2s, and I know where the tire size is at now. It's 265, 76, 17. So 265, 70, 17, and these are not gonna be a snow rated tire, but as you can tell, it's not gonna be snowing around here in the Pacific Northwest anytime soon. So they got the new 4Runners being unveiled today. I've already seen the leaked pictures of it. It looks pretty good. It basically looks like a Tacoma in the front, and they actually gave the TRD Pro, and they'll probably give the off-road too. They gave it these black fender flares now, so you don't have to worry about all the color match stuff. So they have one over here. This one's lifted, and I'll just kind of show you guys this one too, and kind of give you guys a price of one of these trucks, because this is the 5th generation, and they're going away. So this is a V6, and the price of this one, because it's lifted, is $52,300, and it retailed for $46,000. And this one's still made in Japan, which brings me back to this one. So this is lifted. This is a really nice one. This is an SR5, so you're gonna get more room in this truck, and you're gonna get a V6, but you're gonna get more torque in this other one. So $52,300 for this one. So this one's still made in Japan. Now this one is made in Mexico. So we're gonna get a little political here, just a little bit, not too political, but so they saying that the truck's been made in Mexico. I've had a few of these Tacomas now. So I've had 3 3rd gens. I've had 3 3rd gens. So I've had 2 22s. So the first one I had was the 22 TRD off-road Lunar Rock, and it was basically, it had the leather sunroof. I had all the Toyota safety sense. I had everything except for the camera. All right, so that one was made in Mexico. Not a problem. Didn't have any problems at all with that truck. It looked good, drove good, everything was good. It looked good. I didn't have any problems. Then I got an Army green one, fully loaded. I had everything. I had the 360 camera, it was everything. And then I added the TRD lift kit. Again, made in Mexico, no problems. TRD Pro, made in Mexico, no problems. Other than just some paint issues, like places that they didn't put paint at, you know what I'm saying? They didn't put paint in places where, you know, the naked eye couldn't see, but like places like underneath here, I guess there was a guy that took his truck back, and Toyota, they painted it. So Toyota made it right because it wasn't right. So they went on and fixed it for him and did that. But anyway, so I haven't had any problems with these trucks being made in Mexico. So, which brings me to the point that I'm trying to make with the whole story, why I just gave you all those stories about my trucks. But so they're saying down in Mexico that they're paying like cents on the dollar, basically, you know, because, you know, we're here in America, you know, we paying people want, you know, you got to pay people a fair wage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't care whether you work at McDonald's or you work as a janitor or you're the president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're working and you're working hard and you show up to work every single day, you need to be able to get paid a fair amount. You know what I'm saying? So like, if the company can't afford to pay you a proper, you know, living wage, then they shouldn't be hiring people. So that's just my thing. So if you work hard, in the Bible, it says everybody got to work. It didn't say that we all have to be rocket scientists or whatever. Not everybody's going to be a rocket scientist. Not everybody's going to be the governor or a mayor or, you know, an engineer. So my point is, what I'm saying is, so anyway, they're not paying them that much down there. So you would think that they would be passing the savings on to us, right? You know, they're saving money supposedly. Now, I don't know. I haven't did any research. This is what I've been hearing from, you know, other people like Untamed, and you guys as viewers. You guys have been telling me that they're not paying people down there in Mexico because the labor is cheaper. Everybody knows labor is cheaper in Mexico. Labor is cheaper in China, you know, and places like that. And other parts of probably like the Middle East and stuff, where they got a lot of stuff where stuff is cheaper. So they haven't passed the savings down. So that's why everybody's kind of complaining about the price, you know. And you know, you could argue too that they're taking away jobs from, you know, from Americans, you know, from over in San Antonio. But you could also say too, well, they're providing jobs for people down in Mexico who might need jobs as well. But the only sad thing about that is they do need the jobs, but they're not paying them properly. You know what I'm saying? They're, you know, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. You've heard things before that companies come in, you know, companies come into these foreign countries and then they try to set a price or something like that to pay the workers. And then maybe the company and maybe the country has a problem, is what I heard. Maybe the country is saying, no, you're paying these guys too much because, you know, our doctors here don't even making that much money. These are some of the excuses or stories that I've heard. Again, I cannot back up any of these stories with any proof or evidence or anything. This is all opinion, you know, and speculation as far as all that's concerned. But yeah, no savings have been passed down because of the cheaper labor. So that's why everybody's mad. And for this price, it just needs to be it needs to be down more than $5,000. $5,000 is being generous to these guys. So it's a great truck. Like I said, I want to get out and test drive them because I think they look good and it's the future. But I'll definitely be holding on to my truck for a little bit because it is a V6 and it sounds good. And if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. So I am interested in one of these trucks. I'm interested in looking at a Pro because I am trying to, you know, cut down on some of my debt, you know, by just going down to one vehicle instead of having two vehicles. So we're going to see if it makes financial sense or not for me to get a 24. I really would love a Pro, you know, I really would love a Pro because I already got a Pro. So I really, if I do trade that truck, it's going to have to be for a Pro, you know, because I couldn't trade it for just like an off-road. Even if it was a hybrid, I wouldn't mind getting an off-road hybrid because I know a lot of people on the channel, you know, they'll either have an off-road, they'll have a sport, or, you know, they'll have an SR5. And I don't know, sometimes like with me, like on the channel, I know other people, they probably wouldn't care. I mean, they got all types of different content, but I feel like sometimes like I didn't do enough content with the Pro because it's kind of like hard to label it. Like not everybody, like I figure like if I'm on YouTube, I might check your channel out because you're talking about your Pro, but I might be checking out somebody's channel out who has the same truck as me, you know, like who has an off-road as me. And so, you know, some of the cool stuff that you're doing, you know, I might want to do to my truck. So, you know, so sometimes it just be like, you know, TRD off-road. So I just have sometimes I just have a hard time titling these videos. Like, so who knows what the heck this title of this video is going to be. But yeah, that's just like my biggest problem, I think, with YouTube. And, you know, I'm just still starting out, guys, you know, it's just coming up with titles because I usually just do, this is my freestyle, you know. I always wanted to be a rapper, but I couldn't write, you know. So, you know, freestyling is either it's good or it's just garbage. But yeah, these are just basically freestyle videos, you know. I'm doing like, there's no editing. I'm just doing this in all one take. This is off the top of the head, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. But so basically what I do is I come out here and I'll see something, I'll just do a video. So then I'm just kind of making up stuff as I go along, as you guys can probably tell sometimes. But so then I have to figure out a title for the video. So I should just come out here already with the title ready to go in mind. And sometimes I do, you know, it's not always like that. So sometimes I do have an idea what I want to talk about. But yeah, that's like one of the, you know, the biggest things is, you know, that was hard, you know, with the 23, you know, it's just trying to figure out a title so to get people to watch, you know. But I think it's a lot better when you do have a, you know, more of a similar truck that everybody can kind of look at, especially if you're going to be doing a bunch of mods and stuff like that. So it's just kind of interesting to do all these. That's why I said I want to do another test drive because I've only test driven a SR5 and I've test driven an off-road. So we need to test drive a sport just to get more of a feel for these trucks. Like I said, I would really like to have one just to drive it around, but you know, you got to buy one for that. So thanks for checking out the channel, you guys. Have a good day and God bless. So just wanted to tell you a little bit about what's going on, and hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. And I know I've been saying I'm going to be doing other videos for you guys, and I probably still haven't done them, but they're coming. So thanks a lot for all the support and all the love, you guys. Have a good day and God bless. Peace.